and as the reading lenses come on. In their quest to test the validity of some of the world's most daunting myths and rumors, Adam Savage and Jamie Heineman, hosts of the Discovery Channel's hit TV series Mythbusters, bravely take viewers into uncharted realms of the unexplained. These journeys have included investigating the mummy, viral videos, the physics of shockwaves in water, and whether it is really possible to jump out of the way of a bullet. Please watch the video.
The Mythbusters.
Yeah.
Adam Savage. And Jamie Hyde.
Just so you know, I hate these shots. I'm being forced to do this against my will.
Between them, more than 30 years of special effects experience.
Nobody's going to be inside the room when we do this. Although it's perfectly safe, it looks better on TV.
They put them to the test.
Adam,
no!
They are.
And ladies and gentlemen, the people who added to the English language the phrases, Jamie likes big boom, and am I missing an eyebrow? Jamie Heineman, Adam Savage, the Mythbusters.
How y'all doing?
Wow, look at all you guys. Hi over there. Hi way back there. Hi over there. Wow. Oh, I tipped over my water. How you guys doing today? What a warm welcome. Should we have them do something funny or weird? Like, how about everyone go like this? Woo! Woo. That's good in here.
Okay.
Well, let's get started.
Yeah, I'm Bob Ryan, and I'm going to be sort of here taking questions and your questions, and I think, you know, one of the first things, Damien, and that when we hear about myths, you guys are busting stuff and Mythbusters, but here we are in this great hall and all learning about science too. What's the difference between myths and science, and what does science have to do with myths?
James Kirikoff.
This is great.
James Kirikoff.
Hold on.
With Dad, Bruce Kirikoff. Meet James at Hall A underneath.
You know, it's all about timing, isn't it? Yeah.
Meet your son James.
We knew.
In Hall A underneath the plane.
Missing child is the
Missing
first
child,
thing.
yes. No, we should be silent for that one. Okay.
Well, the thing is that there's really not a whole lot of difference between what we do when we're investigating a myth and science, because basically it all amounts to investigating a question, to being critical about what you're seeing and thinking carefully, thinking methodically about it. So that's what we do when we're busting myths, but at heart it's actually about a lot more than that. It's about scientific method is what it amounts to.
Well, and also what we do, what you see us do on the show, we have no background in science. Jamie's got a degree in Russian linguistics. I have a high school diploma. But that's kind of why the show works. We don't know what we're doing. And you might not know what we're doing, and that makes all of us.
Well, that's for the start.
And there's something that I feel like we do on the show that's the most scientific thing we do, which is we make mistakes, and we're really open about the fact that we mess things up and that we're wrong about them, and we don't mind being wrong.
Plus, if we actually knew what we were doing, it wouldn't be any fun to watch, would we?
Now, can you guys hear us way back there?
Okay, good.
Excellent. I just want to make sure you're getting your money's worth.
So, you know, that's part of the way science works, though, isn't it? You start with just a couple of ideas, and then let's see where it takes us, is it?
Well, we have a motto on the show: failure is always an option. And it's a joke, but it's also a deeply scientific statement. We're led to believe when we grow up, we watch Scooby-Doo or other things like that, scientists are people who go, oh, my experiment was a success, or my experiment was a failure. The only failed experiment is one that yields no data. A scientist doesn't have they might have a preconception going into an experiment, but they don't mind having that subverted.
Attention attendees, please
listen up.
Meet your lost children underneath the plane in Hall A. Please meet lost children under the plane in Hall A.
Please meet lost children under the plane in Hall A.
Larry Park and Chapin Middle School to meet their children.
All right. Let's have any lost children here in this. Hold up your hand if you're,
Yeah. He's holding up his hand.
Well, so is one. And science, you start out with, let me see what I can find out, which is what you guys do.
We like to say most scientific programming up till now, is what we'd call demonstration programming, where somebody explains a concept to you and then they build a bench experiment that demonstrates it. We're an experimentation program. When we build a benchtop experiment, we don't know what the result is going to be. And I think that's inherently, for us, that's really interesting. We like not knowing what's going to happen.
And that's, I guess, you test things, and that's what science does, and has an idea. And of all things, I think it's sort of a thing for life. Let's have a conclusion last rather than first.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You like asparagus, by the way.
Do I like asparagus?
Well, see,
sure.
You say, do you like asparagus? I hate asparagus. Have you ever tried it?
Who hates asparagus? We're actually...
Yeah, see?
No, you can't hate asparagus. Somebody's been cooking it wrong. The thing about asparagus, we're just about to do a show on the magic powers of urine. And apparently, downed pilots in World War II were given asparagus in their rations because it would change the smell of their urine, which would be an attractant to fish and make fish easier to catch for them. So we're going to test that on the show.
You can't give away everything, though.
I don't know what the result's going to be, but there's, we're going to be peeing in the pool,
That's sort of, you don't know what the results are going to be before you do it.
No, for us, doing what we do is actually an adventure. A lot of people think of an adventure as something like climbing Mount Everest or whatever. For us, an adventure is, like climbing Mount Everest, it's not about the view being so good at the top. It's about the process. It's about what you're experiencing on the way. And for us, it's the same when we're exploring with the questions that we investigate. We see this as going on an adventure, and it's mainly about the process. It's not that what we do on the show is that